jacket. All right, y'all, I need everybody around to get up out your seat, because it's time to start the Sandra Show!
Yes! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sandra Show. It is officially Friday! Woo-hoo! Y'all, the weekend is calling, and baby, we are answering.
Finally.
Y'all, it is still Black History Month, and today we want to honor Ruby Bridges. Y'all, Ruby Bridges has always been a fierce advocate for civil rights, and her legacy began at just 6 years old. That's a very tender age. As the first Black child to integrate an all-white school in the South, she faced unimaginable hatred, hostility, and isolation. Every day, she walked through those school doors with the weight of a community on her small shoulders, enduring racism so blatant it still shakes us to the core. Despite the anger and the threats aimed at her and her family, Ruby never missed one day of school. Her resilience and strength made her an icon of the civil rights movement. And with that, cheers to Miss Ruby Bridges. And I need y'all to go ahead and get all comfy. Grab your bubbly beverage, and you know how we do it. Let's get this show started! Come on, let's get it started! Woo! Miss Ruby Bridges,
Yeah.
bravo! So y'all, the people are talking,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
we the people are listening. But one thing for sure,
That's right.
we listen, but we what?
We do not judge.
We listen, but we don't judge. So
Not at
let's
all.
get into it. All right. Oh my gosh, y'all. Tragic news in the hip hop world. Voletta Wallace, the powerhouse mom behind the notorious B.I.G., passed away at 72 years old in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, while under hospice care. Y'all, she was the ultimate guardian of Biggie's legacy, growing his estate from a modest $10 million to a jaw-dropping $160 million. She helped to keep his memory alive through every post and every tribute. Even though Biggie's death remains a mystery wrapped in tragedy, Miss Voletta's fierce dedication made sure her son's influence never, ever faded. May she rest in peace, Miss Voletta.
Yeah.
The people will always remember your love and your legacy.
Aw,
Right?
I did not even hear that this morning.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah,
It's
nor
so sad.
nor did I even know that since his passing that she grew his estate to
I
such
didn't know that either.
astronomical numbers.
When I tell you,
Whoa.
when I tell you,
Let's
I
go,
didn't know that
mama.
either. It's so good to know
Yeah.
that she took charge of that thing. And it's like, you're not going to forget my son.
Never knew
but we
that.
could have never forgotten him anyway.
all.
And we thank her for that. God bless you. All right, let's move on to this next story. Hold on to your hats, y'all.
Hold on. Your MAGA
President
hats.
Trump and his crew just yanked the plug on the National Law Enforcement Accountability Database. This system was set up to track misconduct across nearly 150,000 federal officers, all in the wake of the George Floyd tragedy. But now, President Trump's revoking Biden-era reforms, along with initiatives on body cams, use of force standards, and anti-bias training. Now, while some law enforcement groups had its issues with it anyway, accountability advocates are fuming. The people are left wondering, Is public safety being shortchanged once again? I mean, what's next? Do y'all think they're going to take away the body cams? It's just your word against theirs.
Yeah,
then.
what could be the end game for this?
I have the slightest idea.
I try to play devil's advocate all the time, play Trump's advocate, but I don't know.
I don't know
I have no idea what's going on.
Well, let's just stay tuned and see how that all turns out. But I don't know. It's really interesting that, yeah, we're going in that direction. All right, let's move on, y'all. All right, so this outbreak is no joke, y'all. In rural West Texas, it's battling a measles surge with 90 confirmed cases and 16 hospitalizations. Mostly, huh?
Oh.
You're going to need a mask.
Watch out now.
I don't play with it now.
now.
Listen, there's 16 hospitalizations, mostly among children in under-vaccinated communities. And as if that wasn't enough, New Mexico just reported 9 cases of its own, with places like Gaines County seeing alarmingly high exemption rates. Public health officials are scrambling with vaccination clinics and public education. This contagious virus is causing major panic, and the people are seriously on edge, as they should be.
I'm panicking from way over here.
Oh, my God.
I ain't nowhere near New Mexico.
Stay way over there. When I tell you, stop it. Who's, no. For everybody out there that might be going through something, I'm so sorry, y'all. Please take care of yourselves. I don't know what we need to do to protect ourselves at this point. So we'll just move on to the next story.
Drink some ginger ale.
Stop it, y'all. I love ginger ale. Ginger ale solves everything. It's like Robitussin. Yeah. Okay? All right. So talk about a plot twist. Luigi Mangione, accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, just received a mysterious $11,000 boost to his legal defense fund. Y'all, the anonymous donor is super worried that President Trump's latest death penalty order might politicize the case and infringe on fair trial rights. With his defense fund now topping over $500,000, Mangione's team is gearing up for a high-stakes legal battle. The people are watching closely as this drama unfolds with some seriously high-dollar intrigue.
Order in the court.
$500,000.
I told you yesterday you can buy your way into anything or out of anything.
In or out.
Around here.
Either
way.
My goodness.
Yes.
So you think there's a chance for Puffy? I'm sorry, did he?
His lawyer quit today.
Is that
on there? Yeah.
One of his defense attorneys
the top
quit
one.
today. He said there's no other way, there's nothing else he can do but quit.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but it never looks good when your defense attorney quits when you're getting ready to be on trial, right? That's crazy. All right, let's move on to this next story. I won't believe this eerie stunt. DJ Khaled found a mysterious black coffin left outside his Miami home, complete with an upside-down cross and the chilling R.I.P. OVO and R.I.P. Drake messages. Ooh. 2 shadowy figures dropped it off, knelt in prayer, and then vanished into the night.
What?
Yes. Security quickly hauled the creepy casket away, and while the police aren't investigating, the timing is just too spooky, especially with recent tensions between Khaled and Drake. Y'all, the people are left wondering if this is just a bizarre publicity stunt or straight up a horror flick in real life. Didn't somebody else have a casket show up at their house too? Have y'all heard this story?
Not me, you?
This is crazy. I read about it today.
Oh, I thought you did anybody? No, I was like, not me. No.
No. So nobody's heard about this.
I haven't heard.
There's this has never happened before, like a casket showing up at nobody's house. What is going on? What a time to be alive, right? We have no answers. All we can do is sit back and wait. I hope he got some good security.
He better.
All right, so let's move on. Woo! Boxing fans, y'all. This is a drama alert. Ding, 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 ding. That was for you, John. All right, so Claressa Shields has been suspended after testing.
I saw this.
She tested positive for marijuana. following her bout with Daniel Perkins. Even though marijuana is legal in Michigan, WADA rules banned it in competition, and the sample reportedly flagged her. Now, she is quick to deny ever smoking and vows to fight the suspension in court, calling it just a temporary setback. Her promoter stands strong, insisting Shields has always championed clean competition. Now, the people are buzzing. This knockout controversy is one for the record books. Now, let me tell you, I done read about this.
Yeah, I saw this too.
The girl said she didn't smoke. She said she ain't got no problem with people smoking, but she has never, ever smoked. And she was like, she will deal with this. And for some reason, I believe her.
She deal with anything. If anybody got a problem, they can talk to her about it.
Come on, right?
She does not smoke, but she be with the smoke.
She might be around people or something might have gotten her food.
I mean, she don't back down from nothing. She went to smoke.
Exactly.
She went to smoke.
Know.
Clarissa
but
don't
the
play.
girl say she ain't did nothing. She did say she didn't smoke. She said,
I'm just trying to tell you.
I have no words to say. All I know is that either you're going to, like when Sha'Carri got in trouble with it, right? She said.
Yeah, she does.
She said she did.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to deny it if you did it. But she's saying, I don't even smoke this stuff. So I love that you are innocent until proven what? So she has this small little suspension going on and she will come back strong. Come on, girl. Let's move on to this next story. Y'all, big drama in the legal world. Sean Diddy Combs just lost a key member of his defense team. Attorney Anthony Rico has officially quit, stating that he can't continue representing Diddy amidst a barrage of sex trafficking, racketeering allegations. With dozens of civil lawsuits piling up over claims of abuse and misconduct, Diddy's legal squad is now scrambling. The people are watching this scandal unfold, and we will be right back to tell you more about it. Don't go nowhere. We got a guest in the house, Miss Channing. Come on.
Hear me though, right? Yeah, so this one, it's a 2-track, but I can have him drop one on top Monday.
Welcome back to the Sassandra Show. Today, we have a guest who's all about lifting others up, especially when it comes to mental health. Y'all, she's a true advocate for breaking the stigma and offering support, and her work in the community has made a real impact. Let's welcome her to the Lavender Couch, the one and only Miss Jamila Cheney. Jamila's in the house. Come on, Miss Cheney. Hello, darling. Thank you so much for joining me. You look fabulous. Thank you. Have a seat. Hey. Yes. Hello and welcome. It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Are you
Friday.
ready for the weekend?
Yes, I
All
am.
right, before we leave and do our weekend things,
Right.
let's talk about mental health and wellness. That's
Yes.
your wheelhouse. So life can get so overwhelming, right?
Yes.
When things start piling up, what are some simple things people can do to just take a minute for themselves before it gets too heavy?
Well, you got to take care of yourself. So that is one.
Meditation.
There you
That's
go.
one.
There you
I
go.
love it.
He was on top of it, right?
Yes.
Yes. So meditation is one thing. Some companies have mindfulness now where you can take little breaks and they play nice music that can help people during that time.
Really?
Yes. So I think
What
that's really
company
good.
do you know does that? Talk to
I was
us.
recently with a company called the Riley Group, and
Uh-huh.
so they were sold to Rise Point, but they had Mindful Wednesdays.
Really?
So yes, and they would allow the employees to get online, and it was all through Zoom, and you can log in and just take about 30 minutes.
Really? A
reset.
whole 30 minutes? Oh,
Yes.
we love that mindfulness. That's a good thing.
Yes.
So a lot of people don't realize they're struggling mentally until they're already deep in it. And it's like, yeah. So what are some signs you've seen where someone's clearly burnt out or struggling, even if they're trying to push through it?
A lot of times they pull back. So they're not the happy-go-lucky self. You know, if you know somebody's really high and energetic and all of a sudden they're sad and they're depressed, they don't want to get out of bed, they don't want to do anything, that's one of the first signs. Always when you call your friends, say, hey, let's go out tonight. Oh, yeah, no, not tonight. And then it just continues to be repetitive in their lives, and then you know, okay, something's going on. What's going on? Or they shut down. They don't want to talk about anything. And you can see sadness upon them.
Yes.
That's how you know.
That's when my girlfriends and I have what we call a pulse check.
Okay.
So we've got to check on each other. What's
Yes.
going on? You're not coming out. You're not doing anything. And that's like really just making sure you're checking in on your friends
Yes.
when they start doing that. Don't just let them stay in the house.
At all.
Okay, girl, we'll catch you next time.
Yes.
Next day, what's up? Why didn't you come? You good?
That
You
reminds
okay?
me. You remember the movie Tyler Perry, Why Did I Get Married? Too.
Yes, y'all.
And you saw how her friends had to come and do that check. She was
Yes.
really going through something at that time.
Yes, that's a great
And she
example.
needed her friends.
Yes.
And that's what we have to do.
Yes.
These things that you see in movies happen in real life.
They really do.
Yes.
They really do. So mental health can feel so taboo to talk about at work or in communities, but it's so important. Tell us how we can start creating spaces where people feel comfortable saying, hey, I'm not okay, without the fear of being judged. Because do we truly listen and don't judge?
That's a good question. So you have a lot of
what you
places
did.
where, in our community especially, they frown down upon mental health, right?
Correct.
It doesn't exist. You know, that's not us. Oh, this person just has anger problems. No, they actually are experiencing
Right.
something.
No, it's real.
So it's time to get with a counselor. If you don't want to go to a counselor, have a friend. Someone you could just talk to
Yes.
and who will listen to you
Yes.
and not judge you.
Correct.
And will not run back and tell
Tell all
somebody
your
else.
business.
If you have someone in your ministry, if you go to church and you're faith-based in that community, go to them and say,
Yes.
hey, I have a problem.
Yes.
Can you listen to me? Can you help me? It's a lot of things you can do that does not cost money.
It's so
you know,
true. It's so true. Like tuning in to the Cassandra Show so you can hear Miss Cheney tell us how to deal with these issues, right?
Of course.
And it's so great that you are able to help us in this area because I think people are starting to deal with even more mental health issues. It's just what a time to be alive is what I love to say. It's frustrating when someone knows they need help,
Yes.
but they can't get the support they need because of insurance or costs. What do you think are the biggest struggles people face when they're trying to get mental health care, and how does that affect their day-to-day living?
First, they got to realize that they have a problem.
Yes.
And that they need the help.
Yes.
They gotta be willing to accept the help. And then when you're choosing a health insurance plan, make sure that plan has mental health embedded into it, because there are some plans that will cover your primary care, but it won't cover your mental wellness. So you want to make sure your plan has that in there so that you don't have to pay more out of pocket. There was a situation when I was going through something. I was experiencing anxiety, and my insurance at one point was paying for it. And then the doctor says, "Hey, I'm sorry, but your insurance is no longer paying for it."
Are you serious?
Yes.
Did they give you an excuse?
No.
No reason, just we're
It was
not
like they're
paying for it?
shutting this program down, and your insurance is no longer going to pay for this. And I was
Oh
like,
my goodness. So how
okay.
did you manage after something like that? I'm sure that will help a lot of people too.
Listen.
When your insurance, because so much is changing in today's world.
Yes.
You don't know what job is going to be open, what medication, what insurance. So if it gets shut down and you're going through anxiety, what other route do people have?
faith. If
Oh,
you are
praise
faith-based.
God. Well, we're going to stand
Listen,
on faith.
I read about different studies that said if you just pick up the Bible and read it 2.4 hours a day, it will release the anxiety. I was off of medication. I no longer have anxiety.
Wow.
And all I got to do is think about God or bring up a scripture in my mind when I'm feeling low.
Yes.
For some other people, if they're not faith-based, you have music. What is that song that you can turn to?
Yes.
If art is your thing,
Do that.
release it. Just go and do that. Hang out with your friends. Do something that you enjoy doing to change your mindset.
Yes.
That is the biggest thing.
Ooh, you just made me think of that song. If you got a problem in your life, take it to Jesus.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So when all the medication doesn't work, or even if you're on medication, you should always go to the source,
Go to the source.
which is a strong foundation for you to stand on and pick yourself up
Exactly.
out of this craziness. Ooh, I love it. Come on now, Miss Cheney. So when someone feels completely overwhelmed, I've felt that way before, like they're stuck in a loop of anxiety or depression. How can faith help them get through those tough moments when they feel totally out of control? Now, we just kind of talked about that. Let's dive a little deeper into that.
Community-based, there are groups that you can join. If your church has that, you can go online. There's Facebook groups that you can also join that are faith-based. Just having that network of communities that you can talk to, and those different things that you can probably go out and do in your community in person. It doesn't have to always be online. You can do those things, and it will help. You know, with anxiety, if you don't have the medication, picking up the Bible and just reading it, watching a faith-based movie could help.
Yes.
Something that you can relate to.
Going for a walk with some faith-based music on.
Listen.
I mean, anything. I mean, fresh air always does it for me. And then they say you get your heart rate
Yes.
up, and those endorphins start kicking in.
And then listen,
and then it's
YouTube.
like happiness.
Listen, YouTube has videos where it plays waterfalls or they play Bible scriptures, and you can just hear someone calmly just talking to the scriptures, and it's like, okay, I hear you, I feel you, God. I know you're
Yes.
here. Like, talk to me. And he will start talking to you. Trust me.
Yes, I love
You will be
it.
saying it, yes.
When I tell you there is power in the word,
Yes.
and to just be able to hear it and immerse yourself in it, it will definitely change your
It will.
path, right?
It will.
It'll change the trajectory of your thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's important. So for anyone out there who's been struggling in silence,
Mm-hmm.
unsure of where to even start, what's the first step they should take to reach out for help? Like, how can they begin to rebuild their mental wellness?
So I work for the Mental Health Association of Central Florida, and what we do is we provide resources for the people in the community. Whether you are insured or uninsured, we can help you. We have our Outlook Clinic. We provide free mental health counseling, medication management,
Wow.
case management, and we do that all for free if you're uninsured, ages 6 and up.
Really?
We have peer support groups. We also have, if you do have insurance, we have our community connections, so that you call up and say, hey, I'm having a hard time finding a psychiatrist that's gonna take my insurance. I'm very stressed. Can someone help me? We help you find that in the community.
That's amazing.
All you gotta do is tell us your insurance plan. If you wanna pay out of pocket, we find people in the community. We search the entire state of Florida. Even for people that's not in Florida, we will look for you. We take that
Really?
time
So
out to
how
help.
do people get in touch with you when they're in a crisis? Is there an 800 number?
So yes.
Is there
Now, if there is a crisis, you do want to call 988. So that is the suicide prevention hotline.
988
Yes.
is the suicide hotline prevention.
And you want to call them. They also have resources as well if it's immediate. Now, if it's not immediate, you can call us at 407-898-0110, and you can speak to anyone. You can also reach us at the Mental Health Association, so it's mhacf.org. And you can fill out a form, and someone will contact with you within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, 407-898-0110.
Yes, ma'am.
That's that line. I've got that memorized. And for all of our viewers, thank y'all so much for joining us. Miss Chaney, thank you for the work you do in the community and beyond. Thank you for joining us today. Y'all, we're going to take a break for the weekend, but we'll be back here on Monday, and we'll see you here. Y'all be safe. For the culture, can we please get out of here? God bless.
All right, we about to do this. Just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. Because we've got so much more exclusive content for y'all right here, only on the Sisandra Show. Thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out on the beautiful Camarosa set. And also, thanks for hanging out with our amazing guests. So until next time, we'll all be right here, same place, same time, waiting for you, only on the Sisandra Show.